4:55 a.m. and I'm headed to Brookings, Oregon. Today I'm going to Brookings, Oregon to the Wild Rivers Mushroom Festival. I'm gonna meet up with all these awesome mycologists. I'm gonna forage for mushrooms in the dunes. I'm gonna head to the Redwood forest. I'm gonna go explore around Southern Oregon. We're gonna do the mushrooms, meet the people, go to the festival. Come with me on this episode. Thanks for joining. Hit subscribe. Let's go to Brookings, Oregon.
Welcome to Mushroom Wonderland.
All right, I had to flip a Yui really quick because I saw some boletes growing on the side of the road. I love picking from the car, and that was a 50-mile-an-hour mushrooms right here. Oh, what do we got? Look at that guy though. Nasty. All right, get back on the road. You know, it's worth those stops. Sometimes you find a whole bunch of young buttons around those big flags, and when you see a 50-mile-an-hour mushroom, it's usually worth going back. That time it wasn't, but I'll always check. Coming into Reedsport, Oregon. I'm gonna visit Trent and Kristen, and some people are there at the Blizzard's house, and kick this thing on. I get here to Oregon and I show up first thing at Trent and Kristen's house. How you doing today?
Hey. And we send Brooke outside to clean mushrooms so he doesn't make a mess.
God, I would never do this in your house. Like there's some dirt in here.
So I come into Trent and Kristen's house and look at what they got here.
I don't know what I'm going to call this, but it's this really cool new...
The back skit.
Yes, it's like a conversion.
Come on.
It's kind of a conversion pack, but you can do it as a crossbody, and this gets longer. When it's full, then you put it on your back, and you hike out with them.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And the coolest part about this bag is that the basket fits right inside of it.
What?
So... if you fill up the one with mushrooms, then
Whoa.
you can take it out and fill up the second one and take them back. Headache closure.
Oh my gosh. Go to modernforager.com.
Yeah.
Get the back skit.
We
I don't know.
we also have this new one, the 4-quadrant bag. This is a nice 4-quadrant, which we like because often we're collecting a few different species, keep separate, or one is just for, phones and knives and raincoat or whatever gear, and then
I like it for
it's nice to separate our species.
Super cool. You guys are going to be at Wild Rivers this weekend, and we'll see you around at the show and everything.
Packing up now.
Good. Hi, Benji. From Nama, we ran into you last summer in Telluride. Do you still have your bracelets on? Is this going to be a thing? You're going to have keep the bracelets every year?
At some point, see, that's
yeah.
Like
Tell us what you got here.
I have a Tricholoma murallatum, the Matsutake mushroom.
Very nice.
Oh my God, the smell of that is just, and look how beautiful the veil where it was just breaking. For what I want to do with them, it's the flavor. And I think the texture, are the buttons more tender? Yeah, okay, probably. They're cleaner because they're encased. You know, you can peel them open. But just for the...
What do you think they smell like? Your own personal description.
I'll be honest, I don't understand the foot thing.
Yeah.
And
the dirty gym socks.
It's the opposite of dirty to me. It smells like it's taken the essence of the conifer, added a sugar, and concentrated that, and then when it hits the air, it smells like fresh air.
I like that.
Really fresh conifer air. And it tastes like that too.
So you get them in Wisconsin?
We have a certain soil, a Great Podzol soil that produces them.
Okay.
In Wisconsin. I live in Chicago, and if I see them in Wisconsin, it's because I was taken to them. I don't go up there to hunt them or anything.
Yeah, what do you got here?
So this is something I like to eat, and I've had these pickled and feel that. Yeah, it's Bolitopsis gricia.
Bolitopsis gricia, yeah.
I mean, that's what we're calling it. And Mike Essam in Colorado pickled those years ago. I was taught that by Gary as Japanese power mushroom.
Dyers really like these, huh? And they're not bitter or nothing. Let's see.
I actually think the pickles are delicious, but then I kind of like bitter.
It's kind of
foods.
sandy.
That's the dirt.
Yeah.
Is that dirt?
I haven't cleaned that
That's
yet.
not the mushroom. All right, Amy and I are heading to the spot where hopefully we'll find some matsutake and maybe some boletes to get the weekend started. That'd be awesome. Got my new foraging bag from Modern Forager, so I'm stoked about that. It's so nice, I don't even want to get it dirty, but yeah, let's head to the Oregon coast and see what kind of mushrooms are growing out here. I'm starving. I gotta make a sandwich before I get going. Amy showed up. Doesn't say anything about mushroom hunting, so I'll assume that it's perfectly fine. Amy spotted this tiny mycena, was a little bit curious what it was. And one thing about this one, it smells like a swimming pool. It smells like straight bleach. So some of these mycena smell that way. And I've walked into a patch of these and just stepping on the mycelium and the whole forest started smelling like bleach. Not sure of the species here, but it's a bleachy one, that's for sure. Here's some cute little green stalked bonnets. These are the Mycena epipetygera growing in the duff. Pretty common. They're having a good year. This is Dr. Amy Honan, and she's a mycology teacher and understands fungal biology. But this isn't exactly a fungus, right?
So this is a lichen or an association. So the story of lichen is Alice algae and Freddy fungi took a lichen to each other. So Alice algae cooks the food and Freddy fungi built the house. So the algae photosynthesizes and makes the sugars in this relationship, and the fungus provides a house because they have walls of chitin. Algae need an aquatic, wet environment to live in.
So this is two organisms living together.
It is, but it's actually more complicated than that. So some lichens have a cyanobacteria in them, which cyanobacteria give them nitrogen. Every lichen that's ever been studied also has a yeast. So there's a bunch of stuff that we can't even see that's living in this. So most lichen associations are with a group called ascomycetes. So things like cup fungi, morels, those sorts of things are ascomycetes. Very few associate with basidiomycetes, which is this.
So this is the Lichenum phyla umbellifera, or the lichen agaric, they call it. And so is this technically putting off spores of a fungus?
Yep.
And so does it grow a new mushroom somewhere, or it has to find bacteria to land on, or how does that work?
The way that lichen propagates is kind of different all over the place. I think that most of these guys, here's the lichen association, all this green stuff. It's kind of where the mycelia of the basidiomycete is interacting with the algae. And so this is the whole organism here, and then this is just the reproductive structure. This is producing spores, just like this is a lichen here. So these are all the cups that you would see
look at that.
From an ascomycete lichen, like that guy right there, all these little guys. So those are all different kinds of lichens on that. So that's where the ascospores, the spores of the fungus of this different lineage of fungi, are producing reproductive structures.
That's so cool. I have never seen that. That's amazing. And so these lichens take on the name of the fungal associate, isn't that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. And I find them in like late February when there's nothing else out. See a nice little asco cup growing right here, and I'm going to see if I can get some spores to come off of it by gently blowing on it. Oh, did you see that? That was so good. That's his house. Imagine what it's like in there.
He's got a TV and a couch.
He goes and has a little cup of tea right
he's got a
now.
little side table with his pipe that he's gonna smoke.
I love it. He's got a pet potato bug in there laying on the floor. Looks like a sarcodon.
This is a group that we don't know the diversity of. Cool. And there's a lot more hidden diversity in sarcodon.
The bitter hedgehog, or the hawkswing they call it. Have you ever eaten these ones?
I don't generally like them, but somebody made some pickled ones for me, and I actually like those.
I think that's like the main way people make them. That's pretty good, but yeah, definitely cool. It looks like feathers on top, and then let's see underneath. Yeah, it's got these teeth gills, just like a hedgehog or a hidden. Sarcodon imbricatus, or the hawkswing. All right, I think we made it to the dunes. Yeah, look at this. This is awesome. Maybe we could see the ocean from the top. Trudging. It's hard to hike in. Look at that. Wow. This sand just gets pushed around for millions of years. Really crazy. Yeah, I totally expected the ocean to be right here, but it's way out there. Miles. Probably. It's hard to gauge the distance in terrain like this. So do you think in a little forest like that down there would be matsutake with all that pine?
Sure.
Yeah, it is shore pine, actually. It's been fun checking out some mushrooms. We'll see you down in Brookings. So
Awesome.
thanks, Amy.
Good luck down there.
If there's nothing there, I'll work the woods on the way back to the
Find
car.
some
So.
leads.
Yeah, I hope so. All right, we'll see you down there. It's November, but the sun out here on the sand, it's legit getting hot. I'm gonna have to take this sweatshirt off. Got my North Spore shirt on. Ooh, that's better. All right, just came out of the dunes. I'm already seeing a bunch of Suillis. We're gonna come up into this pine grove. And yeah, these are a lot taller than they looked from up there. This is awesome out here. All this beautiful shore pine, this three-needled pine. This is a great mycorrhizal associate. I mean, you get to see mushrooms are just everywhere. Didn't find any motsies or any boletes in that little forest. So I'm gonna go wander around some more, check out this place. It's pretty awesome out here. Oh, it's really warm out here. Did not expect to be sweating in November. Should have brought my sunglasses. All right, making it out of the dunes back to the forest land. Looks like a long ways, but it was actually just like a 10-minute walk. It's actually really steep, but it's pretty fun. You just kind of like ski down on your boots. Dude, this is really hard to walk through. I can't even touch the forest floorway down there. This is like impenetrable. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to traverse the hillside a little bit, I think. Dude, walking on the side of these dunes is so exhausting. After just having walked through that open dune area, but now I'm on the steep hill, trying to stay out of the super deep brush. It is exhausting. Oh, it's easier if you like step against plants. Oh my gosh. You would never guess how tiring this is. I should have just stayed to the trail, I suppose. Careful if you go off trail in the dunes. This isn't that fun. And I don't see any mushrooms right here. So hard to walk. Oh man. It's like wet underneath, so you just can't get any traction. Gnarly. Oh my God, I made it back to the main trail. That was hard. So be careful if you go off the trail or off of the wide open spaces in the dunes. You can get stuck in an area like that where the sand is so hard to walk through and the brush is impenetrable. That's not fun. This area is crazy. Walking through these like tufts of what I can only assume are a type of lichen. It's crazy. What do we got here? Looks like Cortinarius section dermosobe. Yep. See the red gills? This is a Cortinarius smithii, a really powerful dyeing quart. So to dye protein fabrics with, and the dye people love these red quartz. So it came into a pretty nice patch of them. They have extremely potent dye in them, and people get excited about finding these. Don't eat them though. Maybe toxic, unknown, really, not of culinary value, but how stunningly beautiful. What do I got peeking out at me right here? Looks like a shrimp. Oh, I think it's what it is. I think we found the beautiful matsutake. Look at this. There she is. In all her glory. This is like a #1 button. Awesome. First one of the day. It's kind of starting to lose hope, but you see that tapered stipe with the sand at the base. That's a good indicator of matsutake. And then the scent is just unmistakable. So, Trichiloma murielanum. It's one of my favorite mushrooms to find. Oh, baby. Look what we found right here. Oh my gosh, it's just picture perfect. Boletus edulis. Porcini, the penny bun, the sep, the king. perfect button. All right, I got my mozzie, I got my porcini, got my quartz. Let's go see if we can find some more. That's exciting, getting into them. But there's a lady out here that like just walked right by me and went in front of me. And she's kind of sweating me, if you know what I'm saying. Whatever, this ain't her park. Ran into a case of 2 pickers in the same patch. That can be problematic. I could feel the heat coming off of her. I wonder if she's a local and this is her spot. I just happened to stumble in here, but you know, whatever. There's enough to go around. This one caught my eye. Big chunky bolete, but this is the lexinum with the scabers on the stalk. Looks like a 5 o'clock shadow. So these cause belly issues in a lot of people, so not recommended to eat, but it's a solid mushroom right there. Here's another mozzie. This is an opened up one, so you can see the whole thing. There she is, in all of her splendor. Still really tasty. A lot of mushroom there. Get in there. There we go. Trichiloma murullanum, or the matsutake, growing with the pine here at the shore. Very cool. This is the kind of habitat I'm in, right next to the dunes. All of this pine, you know, usually about 10 inches around, doesn't get much bigger than this. Right in here is where you find good kings and matsutake. So yeah, like where the sand meets the pines, it's a good place to look. There's your perfect matsutake habitat. This has turned into quite the little event. I wish I knew where that lady went. I'm kind of following boot tracks in the sand and stuff, trying to avoid those. And she has a dog with her, so that kind of helps because I can see the dog prints. A pretty big bag full. I'm just an out-of-towner, so I'm getting lucky. I feel like this is probably her patch, you know what I mean? So, ma'am, if you're watching, much love. I don't mean to step on your toes, but just checking the area out. No matter where I go, I see her little boot prints in front of me. She's always one step ahead of me, man. She's a good one. She's getting all the mushrooms before I get them, but I got a couple. Probably gonna start heading back to the truck here soon. I still have a 2.5 hour drive to Brookings, so probably need to get out of here. But man, this is fun. Except everywhere I go, even way off the trail, there's her and her little dog's footprints. Good job, lady. You're good. I guess I gotta go start making my way down the coast. It's beautiful. Wow. This is Bandon, Oregon. All right, made it to the motel for the night. Here's my little room for the night. Nothing too fancy, so should be a fun weekend. Night, y'all. All right, it's morning time. It's Saturday morning here in Brookings, Oregon, and we're near the Redwood forest, so that's pretty cool. I'd like to see some of that. All right, I'm gonna go take a little nature walk here at the Redwoods Nature Trailhead in Brookings. See what's growing out here. Cool, here's the first redwood I've seen on my trip so far. It's a pretty big tree. Here's a small redwood. You can see the needles are like super flat. This little thing will grow into that massive thing. Right here is Trametes versicolor, the turkey tail growing on this log. Really common medicinal mushroom, but I'm gonna leave them behind today. What a beautiful morning here. It's quite warm out. I guess I didn't realize how far south I was from Washington. It's not cold, which is just really nice. We got a lot going on this log pile. It's like armillaria, big honey mushrooms growing off of this stump. We got a bunch of Hyphiloma fasciculare growing here. Wow, look at this flush of oyster mushrooms. That's impressive. Wow, this is a big redwood. Look at this thing. Boom, yeah, that's a big tree. A lot of Hyphiloma, russula, honey mushrooms out here. Generally underneath redwood and sequoia, you're just going to find saprobes, not big edible mushrooms, but there's a lot of huge Doug fir out here too, so that's a good mycorrhizal partner. Wild Rivers Mushroom Festival right here starts at 10 a.m. event. This is where I'll be presenting at 10:30. Mycological history. So we got Mike Potts here, and he's doing a little macro photography. What do you think this is? Do you know?
I have no idea. It's on cypress needles.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
Just kind of like a little asco or something. Looks like a little stalked cup. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool. And you're leading a walk here today at Wild Rivers?
Yeah. Yep.
You know this area?
A little bit.
Yeah. Cool.
Gonna go to House Rock, just north of Brookings, and
Up on the beach?
on the bluff above the beach.
Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of good mushrooms around here, huh?
Yeah, I think I haven't had a chance to get out, but they say it's really good so far this year. So
Yeah. Yesterday I found boletes and matsutake and everything. Tons of quartz. So nice talking to you.
yeah, you too.
Hey, I'm here with Kathleen Dixon. She's an organizer here at the Wild Rivers Fungi Festival. And did you create this deal?
A team of us created it.
A team of you,
We
yeah.
got the idea from the Yahats Mushroom Festival.
Uh-huh.
Our club went up there 2 different years, and we fell in love with how they did it, and we decided we wanted to do the same thing.
And you're a resident right here in Brookings?
Yeah, I live in Brookings.
Cool. Great mushrooms around here.
Yeah, pretty good mushrooming. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
from
gotta
what I've
always.
seen, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for the invite. It's a beautiful looking event. Like one of the nicest ID tables I've ever
Thank you.
seen. So
We take great pride in our display. Our crew works all the week before, getting all that moss and all that nice forest stuff, and everybody brings in their mushrooms. It's just a lot of fun to put together.
Cool.
And we've become well known for that. So.
I love what you're doing here. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Aaron, for
All right.
coming.
Yeah. Here we got Noah Siegel. He's giving a talk a little bit later, and you're helping with all the organization of this ID table, huh?
Yes, trying to put names on stuff before people get here.
Yeah. This is like one of the more beautiful displays I've ever seen, honestly, at a mushroom show.
They certainly do well with moss in this area. And
Yeah.
Of course, it's covered with moss, so it's easy to come by.
What's the most interesting thing you've seen on the tables here?
There's a sarco mix at the start of the table. Fungus has only been documented 2 times before.
Oh, wow.
So curious, don't know who brought it in, but it came in. It's first
It's like a
time.
winter oysterling thing?
It's like that, but it's a lot bigger and more yellow.
Oh, cool.
So it's
I'll
at
have to
the
go
very
check
end
that
of the table. You can go check that out.
And you just released Mushrooms of Alaska?
Yes.
Yeah. Where can people find that book?
Anywhere books are sold, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
a timber press guide, so it's available in most bookstores.
Cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful book. So it's you, Steve Trudell, Kate Mohawk.
Yes.
And you got to go up to Alaska and spend a lot of time up there, huh?
Did 8 years of field work up there.
Wow.
And if it's a place that people want a true mushroom wonderland, go to Alaska.
Yeah.
Biomass-wise, it's probably more mushrooms than I've ever seen anywhere else.
Wow, interesting.
When it's fruiting in the interior, just so many mushrooms up there.
Awesome. Well, great seeing you here.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks. Here's the Sarco Mixa that Noah was excited about. Apparently really rare. Only been documented a couple of times. Most people would probably just walk right by it, but apparently this is the most interesting thing on the table today.
I don't know what it is.
It usually takes like that.
Good to see you at the festival.
You too.
Yeah.
No.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm just selling books.
Just selling books?
Baskets.
Are you giving a talk, leading a
I'm doing
walk?
talk tomorrow, yeah,
Okay.
on medicinal mushrooms.
Oh, cool.
How to find them, identify them, and make powders, tinctures.
Oh, awesome.
I don't ever talk about what you do with the magic mushroom, or what you do with them. I like talking
Start
about magic
over.
mushrooms. I don't ever talk about what you do with the mushrooms, like what they cure.
do you-
Like I'm
oh,
not
okay.
a doctor. I don't want to talk about why you would take them. I
Right.
want to talk about how to get more of them into your body.
Yeah.
So I make them yummy.
Cool.
my goal.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Successful.
Well, good to see you at the festival.
real cyanessence.
There's Chad, Hyatt, and Rosa. And how are you guys this morning?
Doing well.
Good. And you're selling your book? And you're doing a little workshop today, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a kind of a talk and cooking demonstration sort of thing, let people taste a bunch of things.
What are you gonna cook? What are you looking forward to here?
What am I gonna cook? I have a few different things. I'm gonna show them muhamara, which is kind of a way to use any mushrooms, just kind of as a bulk thing to make delicious things. Cool. I'm gonna do wheat la coche because I love showing people.
Yeah.
I love people getting to play and taste.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do. I have a cake with almond agaricus for people to try.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got to try a lot of this stuff at the college there a month ago or so.
Yeah.
The wheat la coche was really awesome, and that's the corn smut fungus. Where do you get a hold of it?
So, if you know somebody who grows corn, they got it. You just got to get it at the right time.
Oh, really?
But I mean, if you know somebody who grows corn in large scale, like when I was in the Midwest, I went out in somebody's field and we just picked wheat la coche.
And you found it just wild?
Yeah, just wandering around through the cornfields. We found a fair bit of it, actually.
And it's just growing right on the ears, just big kind of folds of fungus coming out of the ear.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you here, and hopefully I get to taste some of your food.
Sounds good.
All right.
The color they want the binding to be.
All right, me and Amy are gonna go do a little collecting because it's all about mushrooms, right? So it's a beautiful day out here. It's like 60 something degrees, t-shirt weather for sure. Let's go see what kind of mushrooms are out here. We got to a secret squirrel little location given by one of the locals. What a beautiful forest in here. A lot of big, large Sitka spruce everywhere. Look at this, a little porcino, little Boletus edulis growing here, but the slug is just having his way with it, and the bugs have too. Beautiful Boletus edulis. Clytopulus prunulus, that spies on porcini. A whole bunch of red russellas in here. A lot of russella out this year. Very common mushrooms that are just having a great year. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Giant.
Marasmius plicatulus. Yes. Look at that. Oh, they're so pretty. I love that. Well, they're very velvety and red when they're young. Marasmius plicatulus, or the red pinwheel they call it. Marasmioid mushrooms are usually really pretty and very few gills. Cool. Oh, this is like eerily open in here. Amanita muscaria. Out in the woods. Are we gonna get lost?
Is this our Blair Witch?
This looks Blair Witchy, for real. Look at this place. Growing out of the wall right there. Boletus edulis, look at that. Oh yeah, baby. The porcini jump. Oh, very nice. Oh, very good. I knew coming into this little creek bed would avail us something. These are what we call dryers. They're a little old, but great in the dehydrator. That's perfect. Look at that little guy. Very nice. Maybe
That's in good shape.
Yeah, solid. I have a microwave at the hotel. We could get some cup of noodles and then throw some porcini in there. Another porcino. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. Grisettes. The western.
Eatables.
Yeah, Amanita. And they do have a vulva on the bottom, like a death cap, but these brown ones are edible and pretty tasty. A tree trunk of a mushroom up here. Look at this. That is a mushroom. Holy smokes. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh! It's the Olympic torch. This is a cataphalesma. That was like the biggest one I've ever seen. Holy crap. Very cool. Look at that beautiful porcini here. God, I love these boletes. Yeah, right here, a little patch of candy caps, the Lactarius rubitus. It's got an orange peeled dry texture. And then when you damage the gills, it's like a milky clear kind of latex. This one might be getting a little bit old, but that's undoubtedly candy cap. A nice little troop of them going back in there. This is an example of where I don't see hazelnut. I almost always see hazelnut with Lactarius rubitus, but right here they're kind of around this dead snag, and a lot of this vaccinium, which I also see a lot of Vaccinium ovatum, this evergreen huckleberry, when I find candy cap. Kind of cool to see them in a different habitat. Look at this flush of them. Wow. This has been super fun walking in the woods. The forests out here are just amazing and beautiful. And yeah, lots of mushrooms, as you can see. Here's more candy cap. That spot was awesome, really cool. Getting pretty dark on this trail here Saturday evening, but this is pretty cool. Check out my UV light. Wow. That's an impressive flush of Hyphiloma fasciculare. It looks awesome with my light on it. This is using a 365 nanometer UV light, and very impressive. Wow, look at this amazing place. Ah, the Oregon coast on a Sunday morning. Humbling. Beautiful. Somebody was doing some exquisite work down here on the beach. Very nice kiddos. Look at this amazing Amanita button. Picture perfect. Now I'm on top of the bluff from where I just was. Look at that. Hedgehogs. Perfect. Oh, that guy was tall. Didn't see that coming. If I had cut it off, I would have missed all of that. But these are buttes. Look at that first chanterelle I've seen on the trip. Been finding everything else except for these golden chanterelles, but you know, growing right on the side of the trail is a pretty good sign that nobody's been out here. Some massive shrimp russula growing here along the trail. A little scrape, it'll turn this kind of ochre yellow color. That blushing on the stipe. Look at how big that thing is. It's a big shrimp russula, so some people like to eat those. Wow. Now I'm up here on the bluff. Holy crap, it's a long ways down. So yeah, it's too steep around here to pick mushrooms, but it sure is breathtaking when you see the coast out here. Right here off the side of the trail, I spotted Gomphus clavatus, or the violet chanterelle, or the pig's ear, sometimes people call them. This is a pretty decent edible, I guess, so you know, we'll collect a few, maybe try them out. That's a good one. And his friend. Those are money. Those are good. Lobsters right there. Starting downhill towards the car, and I'm across the street from some buildings, and I can smell bacon from way up here on the hilltop, like a wild animal. It's pretty impressive, the human ability to smell. I mean, yeah, dogs and bears and stuff smell way better than us, but still, I can smell bacon from a mountaintop. That house is like a mile away. Well, it's Sunday, and I'm gonna start my drive back home, so just gonna go say bye to everyone. Get out of here. All right, it's Sunday morning. I'm over here with Kristen Blizzard, Amy Honan. It's been such a fun weekend. Always fun hanging out with y'all and connecting a little bit. I wish we could have got out in the dunes a little bit more, but we will sooner.
We will.
Later.
Yes.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
It's time for me to go, Brooke. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's super duper is.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
I'm gonna get hitting the road, so it's a pleasure seeing you here, and hope to see you down the trail somewhere. It's nice to connect a little bit.
Yeah, good to get to know you a little bit on my little time in the Northwest, and we'll definitely do more. And
hopefully tell you right next summer I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll be there, so let me know.
I think I will. So. All right, Chad Hyatt, everyone, the Mushroom Hunter's Kitchen. Check it out. It's been fun, awesome weekend. Nice to kind of get to hang out a little bit. It's been very busy.
You've
I
been
know.
pretty busy.
Yeah, but we don't live too far from each other, so I'll have to make another trip down here.
See you
Yeah,
soon.
the coast is amazing. So many mushrooms out here. We'll connect on the trail. Thanks, Trent.
Have a good one.
All right, here with Noah Siegel. I'm gonna get going. So it was super nice getting to hang out and listen to some surfer music and stuff last night.
Yeah, getting me at a bar is a rare occurrence.
Yeah, totally. Check out his books. This is like my go-to is actually Mushrooms of Cascadia right now. And Mushrooms of the Redwood Coast. And what do you got coming up?
Corvallis next weekend and the Big Humboldt show in 2 weeks.
Dang. And you're just doing mushroom events all the time, right?
Pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll see you down the trail. Take care. Thanks, Noah. I'm going to make my way up the coast. Tonight I'm going to Paul Stamets and Dr. Beug's talk in Olympia, Washington. They're together on stage, so I got a lot of driving ahead of me today. All the surfers out there. It's way better to drive through this in the daytime, though. At night, it was scary because it was just pitch black and straight up cliff over here. All right, this spot's pretty secret squirrel. Out here for about 5 minutes, and looky who I spotted. Nice chunky porcini. That's what I'm talking about. But this particular spot, it's really tough because this plant is everywhere and it is just super sharp. It just stabs the crap out of you. So if you take a wrong turn like I just did, you get kind of walled in by this stuff and it'll go through pants and everything. It's very sharp, so not the greatest habitat. All right, I found a couple of mushrooms here, a couple boletes and a couple lobster mushrooms, but no mozzies, you know, but you're learning. You're either winning or you're learning, you know. So I learned today about these pokey plants on this part of the coast. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that there's mozzies out here and I'm sure there's a ton more kings, but I got to get on the road. So let's go to Olympia. A little bit of lunchtime here. This is classic road trip food. Ham, cotto salami, cheddar, Doritos. What else you want? Entering Washington and the sun is going down. Wow, the Paul Stamets crowd is like all the way around the block here in Olympia.
So for 5 decades, he's inspired students to understand, to see fungi as keys to understanding ecosystems, interconnection, and biodiversity.
I guess I'm always jumping the gun here. So, first and foremost, I want to encourage everyone to be eating good, edible, well-cooked mushrooms a minimum of 3 times a week. I can't decide which are my top 10 favorites, but definitely in my top 5 is the king bolete, Boletus angelus. And it's high in a vast number of important chemicals that are gonna help you live longer, delay the onset of Alzheimer's, and greatly reduce the probability of getting things like Parkinson's.
He's been a fantastic teacher and one of the long lineage of teachers that literally go back hundreds of or thousands of years. My talk is going to cover first on psilocybin mushrooms and then on immunity, and they both work together.
Thank you very much and have a good night.
All right, y'all, that was a great weekend. It was really cool capping it off with Paul and Michael's talk here, but it's time for me to go home and go to bed. Make sure to go to mushroomwonderland.com, hit subscribe, go to olympiccologe.edu if you want to take some of my classes, and go to Patreon if you want to learn more about the silly mushrooms. So, till the next episode, much love, everyone. Peace out.